Good evening. This is the first evening Sober October I've done. And the reason for that is because that I forgot to do a video because I've been so upset all day at the passing of Matthew Perry, who was Chandler in Friends. I don't want to sort of spend too much time talking about it because I will vlog probably about it and speak more, but I think like everybody else, it's such a big part of your life. Because Friends is so popular, and I remember staying in on Fridays when it was originally shown, and we had to wait every Friday to watch it. And he was just my favourite character, and you know he brought so much joy to so many people. I'm just so sad about it. Like so many people, it's just shocking. It's just really sad. And I've had to stop watching things about it on the news because it's just making me really upset. But let's talk about Sober October. So it's day 29. Sober October day 29. I can't believe it. I've literally got 2 days to go. And I told my husband last night that I am going to be carrying on. So although I've done 31 days, which is the Sober October challenge, so I would have completed that. Basically, I'm going to carry on, and my next goal will be to get to 50 days. However, I'm not going to vlog it. I'll probably do like a little mini sort of a little mini vlog when I get to day 50 and just tell you how I'm feeling and show you the difference in my face. But you can still see that it's just so different. I feel so different. I feel better. And actually, I don't even we went to the pub last night and I had like non-alcoholic lager like I normally do, and I was like, I can't drink any more of these. And also I woke up this morning and I had a bit of a headache, and I think it's because it's just chemicals. I've not drank for I haven't drank for like 29 days, but I haven't drank like non-alcoholic lager for about 10 days or something like that. It might be longer, it might be 2 weeks. So I'm not, and also the atmosphere in the pub I'm finding a bit difficult at the moment. That's another thing. I'm finding it difficult because I'm trying to get used to being around drunk people and I'm sober, and it can be really difficult sometimes, you know, like people falling over and all of that. I was like that, oh my God, it's just mad, it's just madness. So, and then I'm going, did I look like that? I don't know, I just don't, it just wasn't very nice. But yeah, so we're on day 29, we've made it, and yeah, I'll just be glad to get a good night's sleep and just get today out of the way, I think, because it's just been a really sad day. See you on the next one. Good afternoon. I am on day 30 of Sober October. I feel a bit foggy today. I don't know why. Could just be because I'm eating a bit more protein. I don't know. Sometimes when that happens, you get a bit of brain fog. So maybe I need to put a bit more carb in my diet. I don't know. But I have lost 8 pounds, so I feel quite good. Can't really see it. Well, kind of, because my chin don't look so bad, does it? It looks like I've actually got a chin now. And a neck. But anyway, yeah, that's day 30 of Sober October. I feel really good. My skin looks great still, as I keep saying. I'm amazed, like the whites of my, like it's incredible, the change. It's an amazing change. I'm so shocked at like how different I feel inside and out, and how much I'm able to sort of get on with things better and, you know, solve problems better, and I've got more logic, and I'm more, I don't know, I just feel, because my brain's not sort of clouded with alcohol and hangovers, I just feel a lot better. So yeah, but yeah, that's day 30. I've got 1 more day to go for the challenge, and then like I said, I'm probably going to carry on, but I'll do a video tomorrow, and then there'll be sort of a slight review of my month, and yeah, that's it, day 30. Good afternoon. It's Sober October day 31. I made it, mini victory. I'm so happy. I'm still £20 off of my goal, but I'm probably going to make that because I've got a couple more sponsors coming in today. So I should make that £100. So thank you to everyone that donated. That's amazing. I left it low because I didn't want to sort of to be honest, I didn't want to sort of ask people to donate loads and loads of money, because we're going through like a bit of a crisis, like a cost of living crisis. So I don't want to take everyone's hard-earned cash, but I have found, as usual, that the poorest people have normally got the deepest pockets. And it's been a joy this month. It's changed my life a little bit. And I'm going to do like a little video tomorrow, just to kind of like basically just review what I've done, how I'm feeling, the changes that have happened over this month. And I'm really chuffed with myself, glad to have done it again. This time it's been so different, it's really changed things for me, and I'd highly recommend it. It's really a good goal. You don't have to kind of keep explaining yourself as to why you don't drink. I don't know why that is. Why do people always go, oh, well, why are you drinking? Like it's a necessity, you know what I mean? Like breathing, drinking water, having a coffee, having alcohol. Like I don't know why people are so obsessed with if people drink or don't. It's so weird. Alcohol's poison. It's literally poison. So I'm gonna do like a little bit of a review, and just talk about sort of how I've been feeling through it, and stuff like that, and just have a little general chit chat with you about it tomorrow. But yeah, made it. I'm so happy. Hello, I wanted to do just a little sort of recap about my Sober October journey and what's been going on since. So you've just watched the last couple of little snippets that I'd done for Sober October and how I was feeling. After that, on November the 4th, so I went for the 35 days. On November the 4th, I did go out and have a few drinks, and all it done was made me realise why I don't drink. So I'm back on the wagon. I'm sort of 4 days in today. I'm going to go for the 50, like I said I would. And, I just don't like alcohol anymore. It's as simple as that. I've sort of changed my life. Sober October has completely changed my life. You can see that actually, although my skin was, a lot clearer, you can see just from that one night of drinking that I've gone a little bit red. Even though this bit hasn't really come back really badly, you can see that that's like, the case. It just seems to be, it's almost like an allergy in a way, it's like a poison. Well, that's exactly what it is, isn't it? It's a poison. You're putting a poison into your body. So yeah, I went out with my husband. I had drinks. I wasn't sort of happy with myself as usual. I was like not happy with the way I am when I'm drunk and the way I act, and I'm loud and obnoxious and want to stay out with friends and things like that. And it isn't me. It's not where I want to be. On the Sunday, I went to the church because there was a service of remembrance for loved ones, and it just so happened that fell on my daughter's birthday, so she would have been 12. So on the Sunday, I still done that, even though I felt a little bit rough. I literally drank about 5 litres of water and then just went for it anyway. So I went, I felt absolutely fine by the time I got there. I had a nice cup of tea. When I came back, I felt refreshed, and that was it. I was like, I'm going to throw myself sort of more into the churchy stuff, which I do go sort of occasionally, and I do try and do prayer meeting every Wednesday. I was like, I'm going to really get involved now. And I think this is one thing that I've learned from doing Sober October. If you do not drink, you lose that circle of friends. That's a fact. There might be the odd one or two that you've known a long time and maybe you didn't always drink with them. But the rest of them, you won't see them. You won't hear from them. You won't speak to them, because from their point of view, you're now on the wagon. You're doing something different to them. So you will lose that group of friends. I don't have an issue with that. I know that they'll still sort of continue to support each other. I'm not very peoply anyway, so I don't mind. I don't mind that. I know that we're here to learn, grow, and evolve. So for me, that side of it doesn't bother me. I'm not peoply enough to worry about that. I much prefer being indoors. I'm a real homebody. Just this morning I've been sort of baking cakes and cleaning and just living my best life, because that's what I like to do, and that's absolutely fine. It's okay not to want to be that ambitious that you need to go and do this and do that. And, there's places I'd like to go see, but it's not like a be all and end all for me. I'm quite happy to stay in the UK and just travel around the UK if that's what, you know, my life has for me. If that's what it has in store for me, that's, you know, very, very simple as that. However, yeah, I will say that if you are going to give up drinking, just prepare yourself for that. If you are really peoply, and you decide to give up drinking, you've just got to be prepared that some people are just not going to be in your life anymore, and you just won't hear from them. There won't be sort of any animosity or anything bad happening. It literally just fizzles out. You just don't hear from them, you don't see them. Simple as that. Nobody will like text or whatever and say to you, look, how are you? Are you all right? Well done for being sober. You don't get that very often. It's very, very rarely. I think I've had one person who was doing Sober October with me, who's always my support network, my friend, one of my best friends. She was, you know, every day saying, are you doing okay? Is everything all right? She was doing it with me. She will support me no matter what. So, you know, even if I stop drinking and she still drinks, doesn't matter. We just still get on because we gel. And there's one other person who, like, he's like my adopted son. He messages me regardless. He still, you know, he still goes for a drink. He has sort of times on the wagon and off of the wagon, and yeah, we know him from the pub, but he's very supportive. He'll text me and say, well done, you're smashing this. If it's making you feel better, that's like the right thing to do. So there's like 2 people that I can think of off the top of my head that are like, well done, and we'll keep in touch with you, but there's no one else. So out of what have I got on? I've got another video to do actually about sort of social media and stuff like that, which I've done one recently, but I'm going to do another one. I think I haven't got loads of friends on Facebook because I'm not one of these that just adds everyone, but I think it was about 120 or something like that, and I cut it down recently. So I think out of all those people, only 2 of them on there actually were like texting me and, you know, having an actual conversation with me, not just like liking a post on Facebook or scrolling past it. I did find that when I was putting up the posts about how long I'd been sober, like I've been sober for 3 weeks or I've been sober for a month, when I done those posts, they didn't get a lot of action. It's a thing, especially in the UK. I know the UK are really bad for it. There is a pub culture. There's pretty much always been a pub culture. It got a lot worse in the 90s when I was younger. That pub culture really hit its peak then, and it was like okay for women to act like men, and they would call it the ladettes. So around that time it got really bad. It's not changed from that, it's actually got worse. I think I read yesterday in the news that in the UK it's the country in the world where I think that it's like the most women that drink, or the most women that binge drink. So it's known for that. We are known for it. It's always been a thing that way. Back in the old days, the men used to go to the pub after work, the women used to stay home. In actual fact, there was a thing where women actually didn't go to the pub with their husbands unless it was like a weekend, maybe a Saturday evening for a couple of drinks, and that was few and far between. And there was literally a thing at one point, and this is going way back, but there used to be a thing at one point where women weren't allowed in the pub on a Sunday. It was men. And what they used to do back then, before this culture of drinking like 24 hours a day turned up, what they used to do is they used to shut the pubs. So they used to have the pub open from like, I think, if I remember rightly, I think it used to be open from 12 till 3, and then the guys would go home, have their like Sunday roast, and then they'd go back down the pub about 7 or something like that. So, you know, and you'd go back down there, and then the pub would shut early. It would shut at like 9 or something because it was a Sunday. But that was like a common thing. And so the UK culture is really, it always was based around pubs. And so that when you've had that sort of culture, it's really difficult to then find your path in other ways. I'm very lucky because of the way that I am, because, you know, I'm not massively peoply. I don't mind staying in. I do like to go to other places. In actual fact, in a couple of weeks, I'm going back to Rochester, which is one of my favourite places in the UK, even though it's not that far from me. I absolutely love it. And the reason I love it there is because it's all Victorian. It's like a historic city, although it has lost its city status recently because someone didn't put the paperwork in, I heard. I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard. It's a beautiful place to sort of be, and I love days out like that where I feel like I've done something else. So for me, that sort of leaving the pub culture behind is basically a no-brainer, and I think in many ways, for the sake of my mental health, leaving it behind is not a bad thing at all. We are members of a social club, like a working man's club. I don't mind it there, and the reason I don't mind it there is because when you're there you can have a tea and a coffee, so that's lovely, and it's only £1, and it's very old-fashioned, very old school, very my kind of lifestyle, which is fabulous. And there's people that we sit with who are non-drinkers. One man that we speak to, he's just absolutely adorable, love him, but he's like 80, he's almost 80 years old, and he's been drunk once in his life on his 18th birthday. So, you know, that just goes to show you that, you know, if you're around people like that, it's much easier. And I do love to go and see the bands, and I like to dress up. So to live that sort of older fashioned life is not like a big deal for me. But I still do enjoy being at home. It's still something that I like to do. So there is that side of it. But I think the things that I've learned really from Sober October is that I definitely don't like myself when I drink. I definitely feel 100% better when I don't drink. My skin's better when I don't drink. I lose weight. I make rational decisions. My head's not cloudy. My work is better. My brain functions better, my sleep's better, I eat better. Like basically there's everything about it is brilliant. And the only one thing that you don't do is socialise with other drinkers. And that's it. That's the only thing. And I don't miss that. Because, you know, it's when you're socialising with other drinkers, it's one way or another, isn't it? You lose your inhibitions when you drink. People end up in rows for no reason. People end up sitting in corners and crying and stuff like that. Do you see what I'm saying? It's just, and it's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. So, you know, I've been no exception. I've done exactly that. And, you know, it's embarrassing, and it's not the kind of person I want to be, and it's not the lifestyle I want to live. So that is my views of Sober October. It has changed my life. Again, I did say, and I admit to that, I did go and have a few drinks on the 4th. It definitely isn't a bit of me, and, you know, it was like kind of a test just to see how I felt. It tasted disgusting, and I didn't like who I became when I drank, so I just decided, that's it, I'm just never going to drink again. And that's my decision, and I feel fantastic for it. But anyway, yeah, I won't be doing like sober diaries so much, but I will let you know when I hit like really massive hurdles. So I got to 35 days. My aim is to get to the 50 and then to the 100. So I will do a video at 50 days because you've seen me at sort of 31, so you know what that's like. So I'll do one at 50. And when I get to 50 days, and then I'll do another one when I get to like 100 days. So I'll do it on sort of special occasions. I'll let you know sort of where I am with that. You know, maybe sort of do it when I get to sort of like, I don't know, maybe 6 months, or do you see what I mean? Like, I'll try and do it so I know that that's like a special day and it's worth sharing. So I won't sort of bombard you with them, but it'll be something that I would like to continue to share on my channel. And so yeah, that's it. Very proud of myself for doing Sober October. I was really chuffed, and I'm going to be proud of myself again when I hit 50 days. So see you on the next one.